to 50 Movies in 50 Weeks, where I, your host, Joey Hollywood, tries to get through all 50 movies in this 50 movie box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. The movie I watched today was called The Killer Shrews from 1959. I'm in the process of trying to film these videos really far in advance so I could work on other projects. So there'll be a lot of time in between what just happened and the time you're seeing this. But I actually watched this movie the day before Roger Corman passed away. It just continues a trend of me just coincidentally watching a movie before someone involved with it passes away. Like right before Robin Williams passed away, I just watched The Birdcage. Just threw it on. I was like, oh yeah, I've never seen this, I'll watch this. And then like 12 hours later I found out he passed away. Or Betty White. I watched Lake Placid for like the first time in forever, and then the next day she passed away. I don't know. It's not really all that important, but it was just an interesting coincidence for me. I love Roger Corman. I saw a funny meme about it where it said that Roger Corman's funeral should be brought in on time and under budget and have enough material for 7 other funerals, which is, I think, like the perfect way to honor Roger Corman. That was like his MO. But I will stop talking about that because there's probably been a lot of time between for you now and for me then. I'll just move on. So this particular version of Night of the Shrews is different than other versions I've seen in the sense that the opening narration that introduces the threat of the killer shrew, it's cut off. It just begins mid-sentence, and it's very odd, and I don't know how they could have slapped that version onto this disc, because I know that movie's in the public domain and can be slapped on any disc, and I've seen it many times, so I know that narration, not by heart or anything, but I've seen it enough times to know that it's easy to get a hold of. I don't know why it's cut. I think when you're getting something like this, you know you're not getting quality. Yeah, but I haven't seen this in years. And the last time I watched it, it was on Mystery Science Theater. So, like, my memory's not the best, but I at least remembered that there was narration at the beginning. And I double-checked, because I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Past the narration, the movie opens up with a supply boat about ready to dock on an island, but there's a hurricane coming, and they have to stay there overnight. And they get there, and the scientists on the island, they're all acting weird. There's a daughter there who seems to be there solely to be the love interest for someone else. And everyone's acting weird. They're like, yeah, maybe you should get out. We got guns for some reason. And everyone's acting spooky. And he's like, you know, there's a hurricane coming. We're going to have to stay here overnight. And they all seem pretty spooked about that. And eventually it gets out that one of the scientists got like super drunk and accidentally let out all the killer shrews. The movie just kind of kicks off from there. It becomes kind of like an infiltration type movie, like Night of the Living Dead, but with, you know, small rodents, or I guess big rodents as the zombies. And it's very, very silly. It's like perfect for making fun of this movie, but something's constantly happening in it. There's always beats happening. There's no like dead time. It's constantly just fun and goofy, and there's a lot of imagery from this movie that I think you'll see in a lot of things. I think Ernest Scared Stupid uses clips from this movie. It's a lot of fun. You can't go wrong with a Roger Corman flick. There's always something there to keep your attention, and this movie is no exception. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed revisiting it, and for a Mystery Science Theater movie, I did not mind watching it without their commentary. It's a fun time on its own. There is something that happens at the very end, and this is somewhat of a spoiler, but not a pretty severe one. I think like it's pretty safe to say that you guys know that someone's going to get off this island. So I don't feel like it's that much of a spoiler, but I won't say who the survivors were. just in case you've never seen this before, but the survivors are talking about like, oh, all the killer shrews on the island. What's going to happen to them? He's like, well, eventually the killer shrews will start eating each other, and soon there'll just be one, and it will starve to death. And it's just such a bizarre thing, because I clearly they never listened to Ian Malcolm. Life's going to find a way. They're going to change their diet. That we need Return of the Killer Shrews. With my look, there probably is a Return of the Killer Shrews. But yeah, it's just a kind of an odd way of ending the movie. It's like, oh yeah, it's over. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Remember, please be kind and rewind.